Hi everyone, welcome back to Rabbi's Reflection. I'm glad that you're joining with me today. Today we'll be reading from Kitchen Table Wisdom and reading the story Life is for the Well. So stick with us as we read through the story and then offer some reflections. Enjoy. Life is for the well. One of my patients who has chronic fatigue syndrome spent several years seeking help for her symptoms, going from doctor to doctor, obsessed with the minutest details of her physical problems, which she tracked in a daily journal. She no longer does this. What she had thought was that you had to be without symptoms to enjoy life, to go to the theater, to have children, to love. It was as if life was only lived by well people, could only be lived by well people. In meditation, it came to her that her chronic disease was not stopping her from participating in life, but the meaning she had assigned to it, that she could not participate in life because of it, was far more limiting than the disease itself. She was surprised to realize that there was absolutely no reason why, if she felt weak or was in some pain, she couldn't still go to the theater. It might take her longer to get to her seat. Once there, if she felt too poorly, she might have to leave early. She might even have to miss the last act. One never knew, but the meaning she had assigned to her symptoms was causing her to miss the whole play. She has stopped pursuing the perfect health she once had and does what she can to strengthen her body in simple, natural ways. Instead of seeing 4 or 5 doctors a week, she now consults her doctors only for serious problems. She has discovered that by being willing to begin without being certain of the outcome, she is often able to do a great deal more than she would have thought. Laughingly, she says that she has made a substitution in the cross-stitched sampler that hangs on the walls of her inner life. It used to say, "Life is only for the well." Now it says, "Anything worth doing is worth doing half-assed." What is Dr. Remen trying to offer us in this story? What I believe she's trying to offer is a sense of how can we rewrite the scripts of our lives. I think for many of us, we have a particular way of viewing or seeing our life. There's a particular narrative that we give to our life and to the ways in which we can achieve meaning. Often, she doesn't say this, but I'll just add my own perspective on it. Often, these are formed at a young age. These are formed by the influence of our parents or those who we are raised by, the people that we consider to be kind of our parents or the family that we're in, the culture that we're in. And I think often in American society, in American culture, there's a sense that not only just everything has to be done well or done perfect, but that kind of a subheading of that is that not only does everything have to be done well and perfect, but it can only be done when you're physically healthy. If you're anything less than that, just kind of give it. It's not worth it, or it's not even going to be close to what you can do. So just throw it away. I think we feel that, whether you currently feel that on a day-to-day basis based on our perhaps physical limitations. I think we regularly just see that in our culture right now when folks who don't have physical limitations but say to themselves, I can't do this because, I'm not the best at it, so it's not even worth it to try. So this patient of Dr. Remen's, as she describes, has a breakthrough. She's able to have a paradigm shift in the way that she views her life. At first it was, you had to be without symptoms in order to live. But as she says so poignantly, in that little description about going to a play, she was missing the entire play because she couldn't imagine herself going to a play, going out, living life, but doing so at a way that she didn't see was the ideal way. And so she's teaching us about the meaning we assign to life, to whatever it might be, can be limiting. Can you begin, can you experience, can you step into a moment, a feeling, a hope, without being certain? That's really hard. It's not easy, and many of the stories that we've read about from Dr. Remen, she's talking about really deep-seated beliefs that are at our core. So can we begin something without being certain? Can we pick up the phone and call someone who perhaps for a long time we haven't had a good relationship with, and we're not certain where this phone call is going to go, but we hope we can mend something? Can we begin to think about our lives, perhaps in a different way than we've thought about before, in ways that might seem radical or daring, or maybe even scary, but in the hopes that something greater might happen? And that's what I'm going to leave you with today, that line that Dr. Remen leaves each of us with the story. What hangs, right? What hangs on the walls of our interior life? What are those messages that we continue to hold on to that might be time to re-examine or rethink? Thank you for joining me. I hope this was a time of reflection and meaning, and I look forward to seeing you soon.